It's good to know.
Okay, all right.
Well, so here, let's just do kind of a 20,000 mile airplane view over this thing on how to use this guide to your advantage, if you will. As you're building your business and you're empowering other people to want to partner with you and what doTERRA can do, not only for people that they know, but can also do for themselves. So starting with this parable is fantastic because it helps people to start thinking, yeah, I'm used to just exchanging hours for dollars and not realizing that there is a different way. You know, most of us, our moms and dads had big dreams for us. It was go to school, get a good education, go to college, get a degree, get a job, and then you're working those hours again. So this is just a great way to open people's eyes to the power of building a pipeline. This page then helps people, and you can pause on this page with people. So where are you? You've just given them that parable. Now you're going to ask them that question, because what you're trying to figure out is what is their pain point and how can doTERRA be the solution? Whether that pain point is for their health, whether it's for their emotions, whether it's for their finances. So then asking them, where are you? And so here it just kind of gives the difference between hauling buckets and building that pipeline. So a great question to ask, because most of us don't want to make foolish decisions. A great question to ask is, why doTERRA? Like, why is doTERRA worthwhile as an endeavor to partner with? And there are people out there that are network marketers by trade. There are people that are entrepreneurial by trade. I mean, Bobby has been an entrepreneur probably since she could speak. And so sales in a lot of ways comes really easy for her, but there are people that are looking for the health benefits of essential oils, but B, there are people that are looking for financial outlet as well. So why would you want to partner with doTERRA? First of all, we're the most tested and most trusted. Patricia, you mentioned earlier on our call this morning some of the challenges of overwhelm or not feeling worthy. And I want to encourage you, hunker down and spend some time to understand why doTERRA is a powerful vehicle. Because as you build your belief in the company and as you build your belief in the product, so make sure you're using the product every single day, that's really going to empower you to break through some of those mindset roadblocks that you've put up. And I'm in the same boat. I put those roadblocks up as well. So this is truth for me as well. So spend some time understanding why doTERRA is so important, and then build that into your own why. Why do you love doTERRA? What's been your experience with doTERRA? But these are some things. doTERRA is effective as an essential oil company because we're the most tested and the most trusted. It blew my mind that this company is not old. It's 12 years old and we have 9 million customers around the globe. To me, that's a testament to the power and the effectiveness. Like, these oils do what they say they're going to do. Another really cool thing is that we have a 65% retention rate. That's unheard of in direct sales. Most companies are between 8 and 11. There might be some that hit about 13. Why is that important? Because when you are working with a company that the retention rate is 8 or 9 or 10%, that means you have to track down customers over and over and over and over. But when you're dealing with a company where 85% of the people just want oils in their home, they don't want the business side, they are consistent customers. There's a 65% retention rate, and that's beautiful for those of us that are building a business. There are statistics, I think, show that when they're saying 65%, it's like 65% of the people on your team, the customers on your team, will place an order every 3 months, I think is their statistic for that. So, so typically in direct sales, some people are frustrated. They have this idea that this is a pyramid and pyramids are illegal. That's the first thing to put into your brain. But people who've had a bad taste have often been approached into a company that has led with the business opportunity. And we have the opportunity to lead with the product. Our product is amazing. doTERRA and the owners, they spent a lot of time understanding how this product could be a benefit, and then they figured out the compensation plan after that. It's absolutely amazing. So, yeah.
It's kind of like me picking a date for a party and then figuring it out afterwards.
Yeah. So, and then, oh, I'm sorry, I keep moving my mouse and then I end up with little windows in front of what I'm trying to talk about. So, leading with powerful products. I just mentioned that we can sell the products regardless of the opportunity. There are a lot of people that share doTERRA just because they love doTERRA and they don't really care if they get a check. And then it really is a wellness lifestyle. You know, we know all the crud that's going around, and it's nice to be empowered with these tools to help us. So that's that. And then doTERRA's growth. So this is mind blowing if you ask me. doTERRA hit $1 billion in sales in 7 years. And that was the same track that Apple did. So, and they're projecting, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't know, Bobby or Vicki, if you remember from leadership, but
Didn't they hit?
We're going to hit 20 million in the next 15 years or something. I mean, it's mind boggling. And
Yeah.
that's no exaggeration, you guys. I'm sorry about that. I got that from my mom.
Vicki's got it.
Well, Julie, and it's because the oils are so powerful, but it's got that kind of doubling effect. And I hate to make this connection, but you know, the surge that's going on these days, how do those numbers grow so big? It's that doubling process because we have such a high retention rate because people fall in love with the oils. Nobody, you know, like Julie said, 85% of people, we don't want to sell anything. They just use them and they love them. And so it's like a doubling, you know, 2 becomes 4, becomes 8. And before you know it, you're at 2048 and then you're at 4096 and then you're at 90, you know what I'm saying? And when the bigger they get, the faster it grows. So that's
Okay.
that's my
So McKenna, what is your wellness advocate number? Or
I know it's 69. I think it's 6929. Hold.
Patty, do you know what yours is?
Let me look. It is.
I have mine if you're ready, Bobby.
I'm ready, McKenna. Okay, say that again. 692.
29541.
You did.
Okay.
I'm looking for mine. Mine's right here.
Okay.
101 95 351.
So you guys all have 8 digits in your ID numbers.
Yeah. And so 497-680 is mine. 1, 2, 3. I have 6 digits in mine. But the reason I'm bringing this up is now McKenna's is funky because it starts with a 6.
So mine, I was just about to say, sorry if I was interrupting. The reason why my number is still in the 8 versus being way higher is because I signed up as a wholesale customer years ago. So I still have that account and they switched my account from being a wholesale to a web.
Okay. So at any rate, when I enroll 2 or 3 people in one day, and I may do one within an hour of each other, and there will be 480 enrollments within 45 minutes. And so that's what Vicki's saying, the exponential effect of just going and going and going. Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. So then the second selling point, we talked about how doTERRA is effective. Our second selling point is that we're proven. Even though we're young, only 12 years old, I think our history shows that we are here for the long haul and that what we have is a product that is desired and needed. I mentioned earlier, we're the largest essential oil company. We are part of the 4.2 trillion wellness market. I mean, when people feel like the world is saturated, people are looking for health and they're looking for safe, effective, and affordable health. And that's what we are offering. And so that's always going to be. And so we have great potential there. We're in over 110 countries. And then our products are unique. And one of the things you might not be aware of, if you spend any time at sourcetoyou.com, doTERRA here it says 96% of doTERRA oils are exclusive. I think that number might be even 98 now. What that means is our supplier of frankincense only sells frankincense to doTERRA. So when people say, oh, anybody can get frankincense, no, it's not true, because our essential oils, they are tested and over and over, and we're working with farmers who have that same understanding and desire to produce a product that is safe and effective and affordable. So I think that's a big selling point. And then this team who started doTERRA, Emily Wright is the one in the dress, and the sixth gentleman with her. Now, I mean, they've been doing this for 12 years, so they probably are closer to 200 years of combined experience, but they know what they're talking about with essential oils. So that's a great thing. And then caring. One of the things that doTERRA says, and I don't think it's on this sheet, but they want to do the most good for the most people. So we could buy land, we could grow, we could plant seeds, we could grow the plants, and then we could harvest from the plants, and we could produce great essential oils. But what they realized, that cuts out a lot of people in developing nations that need the consumers that we are for these essential oils. And so don't downplay that, but make sure that people understand co-impact sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation, because those are two, a lot of people are looking to put their dollars in a place where the world is made better. And that's just one of the things that I love about doTERRA, is their commitment to make life better for people. Another thing you might not be aware of, and it's not mentioned here, but doTERRA has a program called Free to Give. And when these owners started doTERRA, they were offered $5 million to start this business. And all of them went and they stood outside, I believe, by the Statue of Liberty, and they all said, we can't do this because we're giving up our power if we do that to a corporation. So they all took second mortgages on their homes, and they went without an income for 18 months. And this was in
2008. It was the year.
2008, yeah. So there was a recession, right, Vic?
Yeah, it started like 3 months after they started doTERRA.
Yeah, so it was at a really high risk, heightened risk time, and yet they were so committed that they were able to provide pure and potent essential oils that they really put their money where the mouth is. And I think, Vicki, you talked to this on the class a couple times of what that's meant to you.
Oh, just the power of the people that started. It's the power of the oils, and it's the people that run this company with such elegance and grace and foresight and hindsight. And I don't know, they're so transparent. I mean, you know, like our government should strive to be as transparent as doTERRA is. They, you know, they're clear, they explain things clearly, they clear things up if they don't. You know, the customer service is impeccable. They're impeccable people. I just love this company. I don't know. Is that what I say, Julie?
Yeah, I think that you've spoken to that like that. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. So we've talked about effective. We've talked about the leadership. We talked about the caring. So a lot of times when people are getting started, if you can follow a simple system, you can earn an income with doTERRA. And so that's why they use this terminology, success is simple. So we use the acronym PIPES: prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support. And that we can go through that as a whole class. Actually, I know you're on the Life Changers pages, you guys, you can go there, it's in units. We've done a conversation on this in the past, but one of the things that I like about it, you know, McKenna, you've got that build guide in your hand. These are our employees, and that's how they present this, is to think of these tools as your employees, and you want to put them to work for you. And so when you're meeting with people, whether it's a first-time contact from your names list, whether it's the first time getting a sample using the Healthy Can Be Simple booklet, then you're getting them to a class, that's the Natural Solutions class handout, and then you do the live, share, and build, depending on what track they want. You've all heard us talk about the 3 kinds of people that come to class. Well, that's everybody that gets started, you want to set up your lifestyle overview with. But then based on what they say they want doTERRA to do, and that's what I love about it. we each have a choice. We have a choice as to what we want oils to do for us, but how involved we want to be as well. And then McKenna, I know you really are looking to build a business. I'm sorry, I keep looking over at your face because you're on my second screen over here. So that's why I'm like, now I'm talking to you, McKenna, instead of this little dot here. But
Why is mine all everybody's up and down?
well, I've got two monitors, so I moved one over here, so that's why it looks like that. So now I just moved, so now I'm just looking up and down. But McKenna, I would encourage you to check out the launch guide if you haven't done that already, and same with Patricia and Elise. It's designed to get you to elite in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I need that in my life.
And it's basically, if you become familiar with Elise Chedevy and the Back to Basics, Elise Chedevy just capitalizes on it or does it in a way that's a little bit different than the launch guide. But it's a nice tool. You can print it off, download it, and then you just walk through the steps. Start with your names list, start effective sampling. It's got scripts in it. It's a fantastic tool.
Mm-hmm.
Basically overview, keep it simple. If people complain about health concerns, share an oil, invite them to class.
Mm-hmm.
After class, if they enroll, do an overview.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that might be my biggest problem, is being so complex. Like I want to.
You'll get lost in the weeds. Yep.
Well, and what happens, McKenna? McKenna asked me the other day how to explain the loyalty reward order. And I said, you don't even want to talk about it. You know,
that's later. That's during the lifestyle overview. But don't overdo it. If somebody said, oh man, I got a splitting headache. Oh honey, here, try some peppermint. They go peppermint. 5 minutes later, they go, oh, my headache's gone. Hey, you want to learn more? Come to class Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain it all. I don't know, but it's cool. You'll like it. If you see something you like, we'll help you get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do.
It is. That's definitely the mindset I need to have, is keep it simple.
Pretend you're talking to a fifth grader is what they always say. And if you continue to and use the word vomit, if you continue to talk about this and that and this and that, and then they start getting overwhelmed and go, no, it's okay.
You see that pipes, PIPES, whatever all that stands for. So basically that it's a little flow. And at the invite stage, that's not the explain the LRP stage. At the invite stage, it's like, hey, come to class Monday night, 6:30. I can't do Monday. Oh, when works for you? How about Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bobby, help me out. Julie, somebody, Vicky, help me out on Wednesday. I want to explain this to my friend. Okay. And then they learn the 3 cool things and this 3 and that. And then after that, it's all steps. And like right now, I'm carried away. I need to shut up. Okay.
Well, and so McKenna, know that you're free on Wednesday. Vicky's a retired teacher. I work from home on Wednesday. So you've got a lot of backup.
Wednesday's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome to have each other. If it would be way more difficult if I were to be doing this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome to have a fabulous team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff, you guys. And I would even venture to say the LRP comes under the S for support.
Yep.
Because that's where you're doing the live guide with them. And so you're getting them excited about what, can you imagine, like, you're talking to somebody and they deal with migraines. Would you like a resolution in 90 days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put on your wish list. Well, now they've got their wish list full. So the next step is say, I'm going to show you how to order these. And you know what? I want you to get the best value, which means earning points so you can get stuff for free. And okay. And so you pull it up, you stick their stuff in there. The great thing, anybody dealing with migraines, we now have these wellness kits. So the relief kit, great spot to start. It's 60 PV. They do that 3 months in a row. So that's the space for that conversation. All right. So McKenna, you might end up having some questions here.
Potential. I mean, if you just want to run through it, Bobby did a good job. We did go over this. Just
very quickly.
Yeah. So the fast start bonus, very quickly. So if you guys just want to go over, like, even the unit level, but the 3-team bonus, we kind of ran through that just very briefly. But if you want to run through it, I'll just take notes and listen to you.
Yeah, and Pat and Elise weren't on that, so that's good.
All right. So Do you guys want, Vicky and Bobby, do you just want me to keep going, or do you want to take one of each, or what?
Go ahead, and I'll try to not interrupt. I will try to not be rude.
Okay, so
You're doing a
Fast
great
Start-
job.
doTERRA really wants money in our hands quickly, and so Fast Start pays out once a week on Wednesdays. They look at everybody's LRP template. If you've enrolled somebody, or someone you've enrolled has enrolled someone, or someone they've enrolled has enrolled someone, if you have 100 PV in your LRP template, the system will say, cut a check. Now, if that dollar amount would be less than $12, they actually put the money into a little AR account. And you can see that when you log in to edit your LRP, it's in the bottom left-hand corner. It'll tell you if you've got money sitting there, and you can apply that to any order that you place. But Fast Start, doTERRA knows that sometimes people are struggling financially, and so this is the way to get money quickly. It pays down 3 levels, like I just mentioned. So you, as the enroller, earn 20% of the PV volume of anyone you enroll. And then if they happen to enroll someone, you earn 10% of whatever PV value that person purchases with. And then it goes one more level, which is 5%. So this is where it really starts. It's still, in some ways, you're still hauling buckets in some ways because you're finding new customers, but it does start to add up. So as you've shared and you've empowered and you are the enroller, then you can continue to earn money even if you're taking a day off or going on vacation or in the hospital or whatever. So here's an example. Bobby, I'm on your 5th level.
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to understand this has to do with enrollership and not sponsorship. Those are 2 different words. So Bobby is my enroller. So if I enroll someone tomorrow, even though I'm 5 levels down, Bobby earns 10% of that.
Because Julie earns 20.
Glenda, if Glenda enrolls someone, since I'm Glenda's enroller and she's on my 3rd level, I earn 10%. Glenda earns 20, I earn 10, and Bobby earns 5. So that's where, you know, when we're all in this together and we are all sharing and empowering people to find solutions, it's good for the whole. But you always want to keep 100 PV in your template at all times, because guess what? If I'm taking a day off or tomorrow off and I have 80 PV in my cart, and let's say I'm Tina's enroller and Tina enrolls someone, I'm going to miss out on that Fast Start. So that's Fast Start bonus. The power of 3, this is really a powerhouse for earning, because you can earn this every single month. So when you and your front line have a team volume, TV, of 600 PV or more, and 3 people in your front line place a 100 PV order or more, and you do that as well, you earn the $50 Power 3 bonus. When you teach those 3 people to do the same thing, it's a $250 check. And when you teach those 3 people to do the same thing, it's a $1,500 check. And that's every single month that those people are placing those orders. If you're truly building doTERRA as a business and you're truly looking for business partners, the best encouragement to you is find your 3 builders, put them on the front line, and have an expectation that you're spending 150 PV and those 3 people are spending 150 PV, because that volume altogether hits that 600 PV volume. But it's hard to expect that of a customer. So if you have a customer in your front line, it's hard to say, I want you to spend 150 PV. Now, where you can put your skills into practice is educating and empowering them to spend their dollars from their own store. So asking questions like, hey, are you using our laundry detergent? Hey, are you using our skincare? Hey, are you using our deodorant? So hey, are you using the supplements? I know that you get supplements over at Walgreens. Why don't you try buying those from yourself? Plus, you earn points, you can get your oils for free. So, any questions on Power 3?
I have 2 questions. It's over the Fast Start and Power 3. So for Fast Start, if I'm not mistaken, Chance would be my enroller and my sponsor would be Tina, correct?
No.
I don't.
No. You are under Chance, so Chance is your sponsor. Chance could be your enroller, but we'd have to go look at that.
Okay, so all I was, yeah, that we can figure out later. So with the numbers, so Dre, I just signed her up. She enrolled. With the percentage rates, I get the 20%, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And whoever enrolled you gets the 10%.
Okay.
Whoever enrolled them
Got
gets 10%.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And so you also are the sponsor on Andre because she's in your front line. So sponsor tells doTERRA where to place the person. So Julie, I enrolled, but she's in my 5th level under Amber and Wes. So Amber was the sponsor. My daughter-in-law's a sponsor because that told doTERRA stick Julie under Amber in my 5th line.
But sponsorship and line and all that is irrelevant.
Right. With Fast Start.
No.
No, enrollership is relevant with Fast Start.
Fast Start, sorry.
But it's irrelevant with Power of 3 and with Unilever.
Gotcha.
Question with that, you believe that building your first 3, so basically building your front line is the key of getting those percentage rates up.
The Power of 3.
Yes, so your front line.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal, is finding my 3 business partners.
Yep.
Yep. And then help them find, 3 business partners.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really the key to building a solid structure.
Yes.
And I want, okay, so Patricia, you talk about feeling overwhelmed sometime. I want to release stress from everybody. You're not going to do this perfectly. Yeah. Nobody does.
There's no right or wrong way.
Elise Chedevy, who makes the most money in doTERRA out of anybody, says, oh, if I could have done things differently, so there's a learning curve. I would encourage you as you're getting started, just always talk to your upline before you place someone. And please, 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 when you enroll someone in your phone, 10 days out, put, I need to move Betty Jo. I need to move Sally Mae. I mean, put that in your phone, because I've got some people on my team who are building and their front line has 15 people on it, because on day, you have 14 days to move someone into your structure. That's where that sponsorship is. That's where you're plugging them into your team. You have 14 days to do that. That's a gift that doTERRA is giving us, because the intention is you've helped them get started and you're excited for them. And so you want to get that lifestyle overview on the books within those first 14 days, because that's where you get to ask that question. So what do you want doTERRA to do for you? Are you just looking for a solution for your health? Do you see yourself sharing? Do you want to get your oils paid for? Or are you looking for supplemental or residual income? And I want to encourage you, start this habit early. If you have fear, just do it anyway, because you never know when you're going to find that person that says, I really do think I want to figure out how to make some money with this, because that's going to help you know where you're going to place your people. Vicky's got something.
And it will, and so if they want to be a customer, that's wonderful. I love customers, but then that helps you know you need to move them somewhere underneath somebody, because you don't want them on your front line. You need them down a level or 2.
Yeah. And know that, you guys,
that helps supports your people, your business partners. So
right. And know that within that 14 days, you're going to figure out where to put them in your structure, because in 2 weeks, you can't move them again. In a year, you can't move them again. It's that one time. You got 14 days to figure out where to put them.
So that's initially when you first sign somebody up, you have those 14 days. Well, let's say I only have, Dre's my only, so is that when you start to build everybody? Like, how does that work? If I only have a couple people, I can't move them under somebody if those are. You're just right there.
And there
when you're
are
getting
ways
started
to clean it up down the road, but it's much more complicated.
And
you're just getting started. Now, if you're excited about this, and you happen to talk to, is it Drea? Is that her name?
It's Andrea, but you can call her Dre.
So if in conversation, she starts using oils and she's like, oh my gosh, these are doing so much for me. That's the time to say, well, hey, who do you know that needs to learn about these oils? Let's have a class with them. And then when she has, because this is what happened to me. I wanted nothing to do with direct sales. I didn't want anything to do with doTERRA. Well, I got an account because I needed skincare. And Bobby was going up to my sister's house, Vicky up in South Dakota, and she wanted to stay at my house and she wanted me to have a class. Okay, fine. And it was February and the furnace wasn't working and it was cold. And I did a class on a Friday night and a class on a Saturday morning. And I want to say I had 11 or 12 or 13 friends come.
They all enrolled, McKenna.
All but like one. I think one did a retail order and one chose not to enroll. And of them, I want to say at least half or more are still part of my doTERRA family. And I've been enrolled since December of 2013.
Okay, so the
So-
power of that, you've got to understand, if you have a class and you get 4, 6, 8, 10 people on today, and then 4, 6, 8, 10 you share with tomorrow and the next day, you've got a window of opportunity to plug all those people in within that 14 days. Versus if you're sharing once a month or once every 2 weeks, you're just kind of, when you're getting started, they got to be in your front line because you don't have anywhere to put them. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I
So
actually-
that's what you'll learn in that launch guide. If you want to get to elite in 6 weeks, they say do 4 classes in 1 week. Then you do your wellness consults and you have the ability to get that Power 3 set up right away.
So classes are a little different now. I know when we first got, my mom and I, when I say we, I mean my mom and I, when we first got introduced to doTERRA, it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. We had whoever she heard it from. I don't even know. I should ask her. I should know that. That's something I probably should know. But somehow she got introduced. She had her upline. Her name was Sherry. She came over to our house and threw a party. It was great. We had lots of people. Her friends were intrigued. I reached out to them. They're still arms open. But it's different now than it was then because we have everything on virtual and it's not like we can't walk around the room and drop a drop of
Right.
It's different now. But they still recommend the same recommendations with everything being virtual.
Absolutely.
You can mail samples to everybody before a class, or you literally could do the class without oils. There are people that Vicky did a 60-second enrollment with a young man in Rapid City, South Dakota one day. And Vicky, if I'm right, he didn't have any oils in his possession, correct?
No,
Mhm.
no, but his mother had primed him with information. But
Do you guys have any oils you recommend? You know, with
lemon, lavender,
an honest
peppermint.
person,
Lemon, lavender, but breathe.
the top 10.
Not necessarily. Breathe.
Definitely also the top 10. Well, it depends. Oh, here, try some breathe.
Yeah.
Really have a headache. Here, try some peppermint.
Mhm.
It depends, you know.
But those are the top 10 oils.
Right.
Vicky's wisdom is don't go trying to break the bank, you know, start with the most effective, least costly oil that addresses that situation. If you come across somebody and they say, I've got liver cancer and I want to be healed, you need to say,
Okay.
oils can do a lot, but that's outside my realm of encouragement. How about we work on your anxious feelings about your cancer?
Yeah.
How about we work on your sleep for your cancer? How about we work on your digestive issues from your chemotherapy?
Yeah.
Let's work on those things. So because you want people to have a win when they're using their oils. So, you know, people dealing with sleep, anxiety, pain. I mean, the wellness
Joint
kit.
pain, head pain. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Pain, sleep, congestion, digestion.
Allergies.
It's
Yeah.
the basics.
I definitely need to get some more sample. I only have the little ones that they gave me, which I'll probably keep just in case, you know, when you're traveling around and you have the little samples, you can use them on the go. So I should probably keep those sample bottles. So I just probably need to order more. in bulk.
Right. I think, can you get those 5/8 now under the DIY from just directly from?
doTERRA. Yeah, I
I
think you
can
can.
I think you can get those from your doTERRA back office. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Unilevel. So Unilevel, doTERRA has pretty much flipped things on its head. Our compensation plan is unlike most others out there. And the reason is we pay the least, I gotta get it straight, the least on the most and the most, no, we pay the most. How do I say that?
I don't know, but
when you're building your team, you know, if you find your 3 builders, your team's going to look like a pyramid, but it's going to triangle out. So we pay the most on the most and the least on the least.
yes.
So we start at 2% on your front line, and then it goes 3, 3, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, I think is it. I should have that memorized, and I don't. I actually have a cheat sheet on my screen wallpaper on my computer.
You said it correctly though, Julie, you did.
Okay.
2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7.
And so that is unique in what it does for us, because first of all, it builds integrity into the way we build our businesses. Because when the people on my team are successful, I'm successful. Rather than, well, I want to get paid the most, so I want to hoard everybody, and I don't want other people to be successful. I want everybody on my team in my front line. So by flipping this, it really builds integrity into our teams and how we serve one another. So that's one of the reasons that they've done it. But the second is the empowerment that it brings financially by flipping it upside down. And I don't have the numbers in front of me to tell you the difference, but it's like $36,000 if everything was the same in both models. I can look that up somewhere if that's something you want. But we also have something that's called dynamic compression, and it's complex. And so I'm not going to take a dive into that. We can do that at another time. But just know that based on your rank, you're paid down levels. So hang on, I will pull this up just so I'm giving correct information. So a consultant, this is the only rank where you don't have a PV minimum of 100 PV. A consultant who places a 50 PV order, if they have anybody on their front line, they earn 2% on that. A manager, all the rest of the ranks, you have to spend 100 PV, okay? Spending $100 to have unlimited income, to me, definitely worth it. So a manager who has 100 PV order and 500 in volume, OV, whole team gets paid down to the second level. So that's 3%. Director is 1,000 in volume and you're paid 5%. An executive is 2,000 in volume, you're paid down to level 4, 5%. And elite is 3,000 in volume, you're paid down to your 5th level, which is 6%. And I can go on, but I don't need to belabor that because we can get you a chart really easily.
Well, if any of you Google doTERRA compensation, you'll land on a purple chart, and that will explain that.
Or go to doTERRA.com and you can see it
Yes.
as well.
I got to get your guys' faces back because you disappeared.
But just a brief elaboration on what Julie just said. For example, in my organization, I don't know, I probably have 6 people on my front line, but on my 5th level, that's what you get paid to when you're elite. That's when you start, if you've been doing it for a while and you've got a lot of customers and stuff, that's where you start to see the unilevel supersede and surpass the fast start. And so, for example, on my 5th level, I don't remember exactly, but I think I have something like 200 people on my 5th level.
Mm-hmm.
That in any given month, probably 50–60% of them order something, and I'm making 6% of whatever they order, plus 5% of the previous one, plus 5% of the other one, plus 3%, plus. So it's like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look, can you guys see the screen again? Excuse me.
Yes.
The screen again. So if you look at this bottom line is fast start. It's purple. And that stays pretty consistent. If you're enrolling 1, 2, 3 people every week, every month, it just that consistent. But I want you to notice that as you start going up the ranks, notice here's this curve for unilevel. And so as your team grows, this just grows exponentially as well. Power 3, obviously you can either earn 250 or 50, 250 or 1500. That just maxes out. So yeah. And then the next way that you can earn is leadership bonus pools. And those come when you hit Premier, you qualify for the empowerment bonus. So when you hit Premier, and if you've helped somebody else enroll with a 100 PV order, you earn the empowerment bonus. And it's anywhere between $160 and $210. It's all dependent on the global sales. doTERRA breaks down the global sales and then disperses these as bonuses for leaders. So really the first leadership role that doTERRA is looking at is Premier. Then when you hit Silver, that's where they really identify you as a leader. And again, you can have that empowerment bonus. When you hit Gold, you get the empowerment bonus and the leadership bonus. And those are really significant because as a Gold, you can earn 2 empowerment bonuses. So if that empowerment bonus, let's say it's $180 as a Premier and a Silver, then as a Gold, if you enroll 2 people, you get 180 and 180, so that's 360. That's pretty significant income right there. And then the leadership pool that comes with Gold is usually between $600 and I would say $800 or $900. So definitely worthwhile in advancing in those ranks.
And I like to point out, if you notice the average monthly earning, and I can't see the small lettering, your print is too small, but it literally doubles from one rank to another, to another, to another, to another.
Yeah. So imagine if you advanced in rank one a year, at the end of 10 years, heck, at the end of 5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 5 years, you're going to be making 6 figures. So pretty cool. I've been at my job 21 years and all of my children make more money than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And not, it's not, money isn't the be all and end all. I understand that. But so as you're walking through this guide with someone, your next question would be, what would make the biggest impact in your life? And then have them check off, because what you're doing is you're really seeking information. You're asking questions so that you can be the best leader for them in reaching the goals that they want to set for themselves. Mm-hmm. You guys, this is driving me nuts because your face has disappeared and I don't know why.
We're here.
I know. So I had to stop share again. Let me see what happened. Because I feel like I'm talking to myself.
We hear you.
That. There, now you didn't disappear.
You're sharing your screen again.
Before you were hiding. So your question for them is as simple as asking, do you want to get your product paid for? Do you want to supplement your income, or are you looking to replace your income? And the thing you want to be really, really honest with is asking them, how much time can you devote to this? Because if somebody says, I can only devote 2 hours a week, well, it's going to take them 30 years to get to gold or diamond or blue diamond. And so we have to adjust, because we want to be honest. So we have to adjust expectation. It's either the hours that they can work or the income they want to earn. And we have to get those 2 things into alignment so that we can be really honest. And I would encourage you, as you find your builders, some great questions to ask them is, so what's the best way to communicate? Is it through text? Is it through email? Is it through phone calls? When you find a builder, you should be setting up weekly, we can call them a success call or a mentor call. And that's just a spot where in 15 minutes to a half hour, they're checking in with you to say, hey, this is what I want to achieve. And you're really helping them with self-discovery. You're not telling them how to run their business. You're just helping them discover what they want and how they can do that. And so when they say, okay, I'm going to make 2 calls a day and I'm going to do 2 follow-up calls a day, then when you get together the next week, you get to say, how did you do? And there's never chastisement. You're not, because it's their business. We only get out of it what we put into it. But making sure that you ask those questions up front, just being really authentic and really honest to say, hey, I want to be your biggest cheerleader, but for me to do that, I need to know, like, you know, do you prefer gifts? Are gifts motivational for you? Do you prefer handwritten notes? Is that motivational for you? I mean, find out what it is that helps to motivate them and move them along. I've had conversations with builders on my team that they just kind of drift away, and I feel like I'm being ghosted, even though they told me they want to do the business. So just having that clear understanding is really important. doTERRA, bringing hope, healing hearts, raising leaders, living dreams. Ta-da, that's the back of it, right? So, you guys have any questions?
Sorry, I'm muted. I do not. Thank you for running through that. Like I said, Bobby and I kind of ran through it, but I took some more notes. So thank you.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, for me, it took me 3 years to understand power of 3. I mean, literally, it took me 3 years. I don't know why I made it so complex in my brain. You know, it took me probably 5 to understand unilevel. So you don't have to understand all of it to get a sample in somebody's hands.
Yeah.
And your focus, again, keeping it simple. What's your focus right now? Fast start. If you focus on fast start and follow some of these suggestions and invite people and share, eventually you're going to have enough to then invest a little time to learn a little bit more. But don't get lost in the weeds.
Yeah, you know, when I started, I didn't worry about any of that. And all of a sudden there was money in my account, or I was getting checks and stuff, and I didn't know what the heck was going on, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you just do it and, you know, but if you don't do it, then you don't get anything. But
Yeah.
if you're worried about money, it's not fun, you know? I don't know.
Well, and if you think of, I'm not a salesperson. Do you ever recommend a good movie, a good book, or a good food from the grocery store, or a good restaurant? Did you ever persuade your mom and dad to let you go to a party or something?
Let you stay up late.
We really are born salespeople. We just let some fear get in the way. Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. We're not pushy. We're just putting it out there. Hey, if you see something you like, we'll help you get it.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't see something they like, they don't get any, and they're still our friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy you mentioned being pushy. I've actually noticed through different businesses, being marketing, even with social media marketing, and seeing how forceful it is. I love that it's also natural and pure. It's really based off of your intention,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it really comes down
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
if you're in your raw and you're true to yourself, it will show in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I have to get something to eat. We've been on here a little over an hour.
I have to say, just before we go, Patricia, is it Patty? Do I call you Patty, or I love the double Patty. That is it took me a while to figure out what was going on there, but that's cool.
Did you see her dog? Look at the dog. Other way. Wait. There.
Oh, I do kind of see him. Oh,
yeah.
is he like a chocolate? Oh, look
There.
at
Yeah.
Oh,
look at
Lisa and her
so
dog.
nice. Look at this. Oh,
Everybody has a
Lisa's dog
dog.
looks kind of like Mookie.
Yeah. McKenna, did you show yours and we missed it? We saw yours the other day, I think. He's
yeah.
big. Oh my gosh.
Kenna's new baby.
So Vicky and Julie have cats and I don't have anything.
Here's Rocky.
Oh my gosh.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye.
Right.
Great to see you all.
For everything. Appreciate you all.
See you. We'll see
You're
you.
welcome.
Bobby, I'm going to write a paragraph. I'll send it to you and you can fix it.
Okay. Regarding my email,
Regarding an invitation. Hey, girlfriend, set your sights for
Okay.
some oily fun on Wednesday, December 16th from blank to blank. Games, friends, old and new, door prizes galore. Join us with your Christmas gear and your good cheer.
Bye.
BYOB.
Bye, Elise.
See ya.
Miley's. Yeah, okay, send that to me. And then check your email. Julie, check your email. And I know I wanted to go over this tonight, but I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. So I'm going to have to do it in the morning.
Okay, see ya.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Patty. Thanks, McKenna.
Bye.
Message us questions. Good night.
Bye.